Everyone says that habits are the key to becoming your better self. But what if the way we're building them is actually backfiring? In this video, I'm putting the most popular habit building tips to the test, starting with Andrew Huberman's own morning routine. Are small changes really enough to change your life? Or are we all missing something crucial? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know what steps I'm taking to find out what actually works and what's just noise. Welcome to the Get Right Project, a real-time personal development experiment. I'm tracking what works, what doesn't, and how to get back on track when things get messy. In the Tao Ching, Lao Tzu said, mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. And yes, things are getting scary out there. But remember, the reason we started this is because we decided that we are going to be in control of our lives. Now, I'm about to rebuild my life's foundation from scratch. And I'm inviting you to join me. So if you missed the last video where I did a life assessment, I learned that I have a few areas of my life that need work. Now, financial instability is on the top of the list, but my health is also at the top. And if I don't do something right now, I might not get a chance to find out what can be. High blood pressure is a killer. And for where I'm from, if someone or something threatens my life, that's top priority to eliminate. So first on my list of shortcomings is to eliminate high blood pressure and get my overall health right so I can come back and get my money right. Now there's an old Chinese proverb that says, a healthy man has 1,000 wishes, but a sick man has only one. And I have way too much ambition to just have one wish. I want 1,000 of them. And we're gonna set habits, we're gonna track habits, but is it gonna work? I don't know. I'm gonna do everything I can to make this work. But honestly, doubts still keep creeping in. What if my previous habits, previous programming, previous learning, what if those run too deep? What if rebuilding breaks me down before it builds me up? And it's not just the internal struggles I'm worried about. I have a family and they deserve to eat all the goodies and all the naughty foods. The things that I will have to refrain from. And even though I'm determined to get my health back from a 4 to a 10, I have weaknesses too. I like pizza. I want to indulge in the salty goodness of a hot bowl of ramyun. But we're going to put everything we got into this. And I know one thing for sure. There's only one way to find out. So we're going to get the damn ball rolling. Because remember, my boy Lao Tzu said, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Zig Ziglar once said, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. So let's get it started. Okay, so what's the plan? I'm glad you asked. Here's the exact plan I'm about to follow. Now remember, I'm not a doctor. I don't have a physician, so I have nobody to check with. But I want you to check with your physician because what I say, as far as you're concerned, is strictly entertainment. Check with your physician. Check with your doctor. I don't have insurance. I don't have a doctor. That's why I'm testing on myself. Okay. So, step one for me is a sleep overhaul. Why sleep first? Harvard researchers found that poor sleep increases stress hormones by 37%, blocking your ability to focus and heal. And poor sleep quality is horrible for high blood pressure. So I'll track my sleep daily, as well as track contributors to good sleep, as well as bad sleep. I'll create an evening routine conducive to good sleep, and I'm going to protect my rest like Fort Knox. So I've done some research, and I found that blue light has a horrible effect on quality of sleep. So on the other side of eliminating blue light exposure at night, once we get to the morning and we wake up, we're going to look for that sunlight. So what that's going to do is regulate your circadian rhythm and get your internal clock back right to where it's supposed to be. Reset you to Mother Earth and the universe so you're in unison, you're in tune. Early morning sunlight exposure signals your body to reset its internal clock. So what that's going to do is enhance your ability to fall asleep earlier and improve overall sleep quality. Just 10 to 20 minutes of early morning sunlight can significantly improve sleep efficiency and duration by increasing nighttime melatonin release, helping you fall asleep quicker and stay asleep longer. which is my personal problem. My personal problem is staying asleep longer. I don't have a problem getting to sleep, but I'll do that thing where I wake up like either between 2 and 4 in the morning, and then I can't go back to sleep for another couple hours. But by the time I do go back to sleep, I only get like an hour of sleep before I have to wake up, and it kind of creates a vicious cycle. That's why we're going to focus on sleep. That's one of the main reasons right now why we're focusing on sleep. My personal necessity right now is morning sunlight is going to help regulate blood pressure. So daily exposure to natural morning sunlight has been shown to dilate blood vessels, helping reduce blood pressure naturally over time, which is what we're going for. That's what I'm going for. Some of these other things might be what you're going for. That's my personal big goal right now. By the way, when I get my blood pressure to a healthy level consistently, my reward is going to be to go to the Indian food buffet. That's my personal thing, and I'm gonna tear it up. I'm a big back, y'all. I'm gonna big back on some Indian buffet once I get my blood pressure right. Then I'm gonna go get my money right. Supplements. We're also gonna add some supplements that are proven to help sleep quality. We're going to talk about more of those in a minute during the step 4 portion of the presentation, and I'll be covering all the supplements that I'll be taking for my own personal health that include not just sleep, but overall health. Okay, getting better sleep was step 1. Step 2 is going to be a nutrition reset. I love food, like a lot. I was just telling you about the Indian buffet, right? That's going to be my reward. But yeah, I love food. But food isn't just entertainment, it's fuel. My people believe that food is medicine. Studies don't necessarily back that up to the fullest. I think food is a huge determinant of how healthy you are, though. In fact, according to studies, reducing sugar and sodium alone can decrease inflammation by over 30%. Sodium is one of the main contributors to high blood pressure, aka hypertension. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift to the DASH diet. If you're not familiar with the DASH diet is a healthy eating plan primarily designed to manage and prevent high blood pressure. DASH stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension, and its emphasis is on fresh fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. The diet encourages a large intake of nutrient-dense foods like lean protein sources. That includes lean meats, poultry, fish, beans, nuts. Foods high in potassium and magnesium, such as sweet potatoes, bananas, and leafy greens like kale and spinach. Now, of course, there are some limits to the DASH diet. The big one is sodium. So the DASH diet requires a low sodium intake. That means the salty foods, they gotta go. They're a no-no. Saturated and trans fats. So the DASH diet requires that you reduce the intake of foods high in these fats, like fatty meats and full-fat dairy. Added sugars, which I don't think will be too bad for me. DASH diet requires that you limit sugary drinks, sweets, and foods with added sugars. Not to mention, being overweight is also a contributor to hypertension. So we gotta burn off some of this insulation and get fitted like a tailor. Okay, step 3. Movement and rehab. They say the laughter is the best medicine, but movement is good medicine too. So we're gonna move this body. I've come to understand that my contract with my body right now is a use it or lose it kind of relationship. Research from the American Heart Association proves that regular physical activity can lower your risk of developing high blood pressure by up to 50%. And just 30 minutes of moderate daily exercise can reduce existing hypertension by an average of 5 to 8 mmHg. Millihuga. What is mmHg? We're going to have to look that up. Millihuga. Enough, whatever it is, it's enough to drastically reduce the risk of stroke and heart attack. I'm going to have to look that up. I'll put that shit in the notes afterwards because I don't know what mmHg is. Millihuga. Millihugas. But if it reduces my blood pressure by 50%, I'm in. Now, I will say I've always tried to prioritize exercise, but I've never had such dire consequences. So what I plan to do is prioritize intentional daily movement and focus on knee-friendly cardio because I'm coming off knee injury. And shoulder rehab also, because for some reason it seems now that I decided to take my health seriously, I suddenly have a shoulder injury. But hey, we're going to do this right. Now, step 4, strategic supplements. We're going to implement some strategic supplements to aid in sleep quality, brain and body health, and physical performance. So less is more when it comes to supplements. I honestly don't like taking anything. I like to try to get everything I can from food, but I think the older I get, the more I have to look to outsourcing certain things. So I don't feel the need to build a GNC in my kitchen, but we're gonna have to outsource some stuff. We're gonna have to outsource some supplements. So here's my stack for now. First thing in the morning will be electrolytes. So during sleep, the body loses water through respiration and perspiration. A good electrolyte source helps restore fluid balance and supports cellular function. Amazing benefits like supporting neural activity. Electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and magnesium are crucial for transformation of nerve impulses. Adequate levels ensure efficient communication between neurons, enhancing mental clarity and focus.
What are electrolytes? Do you even know?
So the electrolytes are going to make you smarter. This is why that's what plants crave. Now, because I'm moving to a low sodium diet, I had to find an electrolyte solution that provides an adequate amount of potassium and magnesium, but with a lower sodium count. So this isn't an ad. This is just what I found that I think will work for me. And what I ordered was Key Nutrients Electrolyte Powder. I got the pink lemonade. Okay, now fish oil, which was a Huberman lab recommendation. Some key benefits of fish oil are cardiovascular health, brain function again, joint and bone support, also skin health. And last but not least, on the amazing qualities of fish oil is mood regulation. So with fish oil though, timing is optimal. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be taking fish oil with not just my first meal of the day, but my first meal of the day is gonna have avocado in it. So the avocado is gonna help absorb the fish oil, the fat in the avocado, because we know avocado's got the good fats, right? Now, some considerations about fish oil is quality does matter. Choose a high quality, third-party tested supplement to ensure purity. I found this bottle of fish oil at Costco. I chose the liquid because that's what Huberman suggested. So we'll give it a try. He also said the lemon flavor tastes less fishy. So while I love seafood, I think I'll take his word on that too. Personally, I'll be taking what Huberman suggests, which is about a tablespoon every morning. Okay, now creatine. Now creatine is one of those supplements that has been back and forth on the good list and the bad list since I was in high school in the 90s. But that has made creatine one of the most extensively researched and effective supplements available. Some of the key benefits are that it enhances muscle strength and power. Also supports cognitive function. And last but not least, creatine helps prevent mental fatigue. So for dosage, what I'll be doing is I'll start with the loading phase, which is going to be 20 grams per day, divided into 4 doses for 5 to 7 days. And then the follow-up with a maintenance phase, which is just going to be 3 to 5 grams per day. The form I'll use is going to be creatine monohydrate. I remember back in the days I used to take it though, it was grainy. Creatine was grainy, you guys. It's not the most pleasant experience. But if it helps me, helps my body, helps me be healthy, let's get it, right? I found this tub of creatine monohydrate at Costco, and it's from On Nutrition. And they've had a good sale on it for a while now. I don't know if it's still on sale, but you might find it. Okay, I told you guys I would talk about the sleep supplements. And these, again, were recommended by Andrew Huberman. Magnesium glycinate is one. It's a highly bioavailable form of magnesium that combines magnesium with glycine. And glycine is an amino acid known for its calming effects. So the combination makes it particularly effective for supporting sleep, reducing anxiety, and promoting muscle relaxation. So personally, I'll be experimenting and testing results of 200 milligrams for the first phase, 400 milligrams for the second phase, and after that, I'll be stacking my inositol to see if that improves the quality of sleep. So last on my stack, my little supplement stack is myo-inositol. So myo-inositol can contribute to better sleep quality. Circadian rhythm regulation influences melatonin production, promoting restful sleep. I'll be taking it at night, personally, with magnesium glycinate in 2 phases. So 1,000 milligrams will be added to the 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate for the 3rd phase of this, and 2,000 milligrams will be added to the 400 stack of magnesium glycinate for the 4th phase. Okay, so that's the plan. So here's the truth that nobody wants to admit. Knowing the solution isn't the answer. Doing it consistently is. Sun Tzu, in The Art of War, famously said, victorious warriors win first, then go to war. So my real battle isn't physical, it's psychological. So every step forward requires beating the part of myself that's comfortable with staying stuck. But if I get one step closer, I'm one step closer to a new lease on life. So I'm a firm believer that success doesn't come from one major grand event. It comes from consistently showing up, consistently being there, consistently being active and diligent in what your goal is. It's about showing up and showing up relentlessly. So this is the first goal. Get my blood pressure from 140/90 to 120/80. And to get my weight down from 277 to 272. Just a good 5 pounds for the first 30 days, and I'll be happy. And to get my sleep to at least 7 hours of quality sleep. I'd like to get my energy level back up from 4 and 5 up to at least a 7 and 8. So those are my goals for the first 30 days. And I'm hoping that implementing these habits in my life are going to help bring me that much closer. And I'm going to share with you the results. I'm going to share with you everything I'm doing as we go. That's what this whole channel is for. I will be tracking blood pressure. I'll be tracking sleep. I'll be tracking my weight. And I'll be tracking supplements that I'm taking when I'm taking them. I'll be tracking how close I'm following Huberman's morning routine. And I'll also be tracking my shoulder pain and my knee pain. Okay, now it's your turn. If you're with me, you're with me. So remember what Lao Tzu said, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. I'm taking my first step. So what's your first step going to be? So I'm challenging you to pick one foundational area, whether it's sleep, nutrition, exercise, and commit to it today. Talk to your doctor first, of course. But what do you got to lose other than optimal functionality? And comment your chosen step below. Right now, let's keep each other accountable. Me and you, we'll keep each other accountable. I'm keeping you accountable. Soon to come, you'll see exactly what happened, what worked, what didn't, and what I need to adjust if I need to adjust anything. And never forget this. Comfort zones don't breed growth. Real transformation happens in the fire. David Goggins said it best. The only person who was going to turn my life around was me. And the only way out was through.